All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 8th episode of Alan Moore's Porch. I am Rocky Turner, Matthew Turner, however you want to call me. You can call me at night if you want to. So tonight is number 8. I am your co-host, and it is my pleasure for all of that, because I'm just wondering it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. 5 inches but it's thick, Justin Partridge.
Ric Flair. I had to do the Ric Flair. I don't know why. I got nervous. Hi everybody. Hell of a program for you tonight. Thank you very nice. This is the show. Just us dancing.
Just listening to Daft Punk records.
To the new Daft Punk records. How's everybody doing?
Record, not CD.
Yeah, record.
Because we're old people.
We're 87 years old. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
I'm a little tired.
What? What's this weird? Yeah,
I'm fucking tired. I had to drive to Fort Worth and back today.
Why did you have to drive to Fort Worth? That doesn't make any sense.
I'll bring it up because it segues into my first shout out.
Okay.
I had to drive my grandfather to a doctor's appointment.
That's not the punchline.
That's not the punchline.
That's not even the punchline.
For a cancer appointment. How do you feel now?
Who's the asshole?
No.
I already knew that.
I had to drive him for an appointment with his oncologist, which is a cancer doctor. I told you it was a cancer thing.
I thought that was a bit. I didn't.
No, he's actually got cancer on his.
God damn it! I'm sorry. Anybody that want to send money here
on his
thing, click on the link
on his liver, and like he's got 2 spots. Anyway, they're pretty sure they can successfully take it out. But anyway, I told him after we were talking, they were like, well, they think they can take both of it out, but they're still going to be. They're going to send him through the general treatments to make sure that the little microscopic cancer cells don't latch on anything else and try to grow a colony.
Right.
And I told him, no, I'll bring.
These are all technical medical terms.
I'll deliver you a laugh line here in a second. And I told him, I was like, well, you should just start smoking weed. And he was like, what? And I was like, weed. I was like,
yeah.
What's it? Whoa! Wow!
I was like, weed stunts cancer cell growth. And he's like, well, shit.
That's not true at all.
Listen, High Times annual number. This year's High Times annual. It's a long.
I had a doctor confirm it with me. Goddamn it! He's like, yes, it does.
Wow, we are barely 3 minutes into this episode.
Legalize it. There, talking about planting flags. I'll plant that fucking flag. Legalize it.
I was gonna come to the desk with something, but now I feel like a dick for saying what I was gonna talk about.
Was it cancer joke related?
It was
awesome.
I know. I was just saying, like I try to use the beginning of the show to air out some
grievances,
some spleen that I usually have. Like I said, I don't come.
It is not on his spleen.
I don't come to the desk with bits or anything. But I've gotten to the point where I cannot fucking go see movies in a theater anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I've become that guy yelling at kids from my fucking porch, saying to like, stop hitting my mailbox, you motherfucker. It's like
the last movie I went to in the theaters was The Hobbit, the first installment, and I went like the second, like 2 weeks before they were about to take it out of the theaters.
Yeah,
and there was me and one other dude, and it was like it was just a. It was a big nerd like me, so he was just fully invested in the movie too.
But see, that's the thing is that I like going. I have this weird obsession with. I feel like I have to contribute to a movie's opening weekend. Like my 1850. Fuck you.
Your ticket sale does not matter.
Oh my god! Just hearing the sighs coming from the audience. God damn it! I will clear this fucking courtroom. 1850. Like I feel like my 1850 is That's gonna make it. But no, I would.
That's what makes them be like, you know what? Greenlight the sequel.
We went to a midnight of hey, fucking chatterboxes. Like, come on, you'll get your turn. God damn it! This isn't the fucking forum. No, like I feel like I should contribute to a movie's opening weekend. So we went to a midnight of the second Thor.
You're gonna say Apollo.
No. We went to midnight at the Apollo. No, we went to the midnight of Thor, which was great. It was a great movie. I'm really glad that I got a chance to see it. But I just fucking hate humans. I can't be.
Humans are pretty terrible.
I can't be in a giant room with humanity anymore. Just because there was this line of fucking people behind us that like every single thing that was happening. I usually give people through the previews to talk. That's fine.
Yeah,
like, I'll give that grace
fair.
period. You get 15 minutes. Say whatever the fuck you want. As soon as that movie starts, lock it up.
Putting it up.
No, didn't happen. They commented on the change of the Marvel logo because they changed the logo. Every time Loki said anything or made any sort of curl with his mouth, you're just hearing fucking
Hisses.
bread being baked behind us. That was a stupid joke. I don't know why I said that. But the worst of it was there was a guy that was like catty corner to us. He was sitting in front of us. Every time an action sequence happened, I think he was furiously masturbating. And that's not like I don't say this lightly. This is not hyperbolic.
He put a lot of thought before he.
I really think, based on the evidence that was given to me, that he was furiously masturbating. Every time it doesn't matter at all. Every time some sort of action sequence would happen, I would hear and see this. You can't see it because it's a podcast, but like the audience here will see it, and you'll hear their reaction as such. He did this weird flappy thing with his hand. Like just saying it is making my skin crawl. Like Thor would start to like knuckle up or something, and I would just hear this. Like just weird thing, and like I look at.
What if he was just sitting there like?
He might have been, but it was fucking rocket! Oh my gosh!
Son of Odin kicking ass on that
Every
bitch.
time, like oh god, like and just I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore because I really like going to see movies in theaters, but I just don't. We need another plague. We need to just thin some people out. We'll be fine. All right. We're going to start the show like we start.
Fourth Reich
Oh Jesus! We're going to start the show like we start every show with shout outs to our partners in podcast. Off Topical Pod. They just dropped a brand new episode. You can find them on Twitter at Off Topical Pod. You can also find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Off Topical. Two comics nerds. Another comic. Book review podcast that's here in town. They have a fucking website. They have a cherry fucking website, and I hate them for it.
I like how you said another comic went
like that's only what we do.
Like what we do.
We just spent like 20 minutes talking about legalizing weed and cancer at the top of the show. At the top of the show, not in the middle of it.
No.
The very tip top of the show.
You shock them and then you sue them.
Oh,
shock and soothe.
Okay, all right. That's all right.
Because if they're willing to listen past the
take notes, kiddies.
If the people at home are willing to listen through like the cancer story and the weed speech, and they stick through to the end of the show, then they're true fans.
We got them forever.
We got them.
But they now have a website, 2comicsnerds.com. You can go there, which has links to their YouTube site, their YouTube channel, their Twitter, and their Facebook page.
I feel slightly less legitimate with them having.
It's the fucking worst.
Is it at least is it a shitty site or is it?
No, it's a really goddamn great site. It makes me want to die. Between the Panels, you can find them at betweenthepanels.com, on Twitter at BTPcast. You can also find them on Facebook, facebook.com/betweenthepanels. I have a bunch of news and stuff on there, so if you want to read it, go ahead. If you don't, I'm not your fucking mother. Also, newsarama.com, the other site that I work for. You can find them at newsarama.com, also on Twitter at newsarama, and on Facebook, facebook.com/newsarama. I'm going to let you take the offerings first, because you don't have that many. Usually,
you know.
Do you have a bunch?
No, I don't know. I've covered my legalize it stance.
Yeah. That was like underlined.
I put 2 exclamation points. One Spanish exclamation point, the upside down exclamation point, and then the regular.
Just cue up some tunes, and we'll go into our.
Okay, so let's see here.
Wow, dead air. Thank you.
Hey,
it's gonna be good.
I'm trying. All right, so in the news,
Jesus God,
it kind of dropped.
I do not like where this is going.
It kind of no. You'll love this. So it dropped yesterday. I don't know. All of time is blurred together. Kanye released his Wanted 2 video.
Yesterday. Yeah.
And apparently he got his balls kicked up between his chin by Bob Dylan.
Yes, the new Bob Dylan video.
Who re-released Like a Rolling Stone, but it's just a bunch of people singing Like a Rolling Stone. And I haven't been able to watch it.
It's a really cool interactive
because
video.
every time I click on it, because it's only on my phone. My phone doesn't have Adobe driver, and I'm a lazy ass, and I don't want to be there. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. So I just skip over it.
It's a really cool interactive video. What it is, it's just TV screen. Every time you click on it, it shows new people singing Like a Rolling Stone. There's like Drew Carey hosting
Gordon Ramsay. There's a cooking channel
thing. It's really fucking cool.
Yeah. And
that Kanye video is banana sandwich. Yeah, it's really nuts.
They said that it was super boring and super...
It's a good song, but it's a weird video.
No, no. They were saying the video was just awful. It was like super, stereotypical. Like, oh, look at
it's
this.
It's Kim and Kanye fucking on a motorcycle in front of a shitty green screen. That's it. That's literally the entire video. Like we're losing them. We
saw that the first time around when it was Ray J.
Heyo!
Zing!
We got him back! We got him back! I'm gonna make a note. Fuck with Ray J every time we lose our audience.
Throw Ray J under the bus.
We got you good, subpar rapper. See, it's a fucking gold mine.
Eat it, Brandy's brother.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. That's it. That's
all you got?
I told you they weren't.
Jesus Christ! All right.
I told you my legalize it, but we covered that in the first.
Let's see. Yeah, that was 3 minutes done and dusted. Excuse me for just a second. Dr. fucking Who comes back this weekend. Doctor Who comes back. I'm so fucking excited about it. On Friday, as you couldn't tell by my weird vein popping scream that I just did. On Friday, we have the TV movie An Adventure in Space and Time, which is a dramatic. It's like a biopic of the first recording of Doctor Who, written by Mark Gatiss, writer for Doctor Who, and starring the guy that played Filch in the Harry Potter movies as the first Doctor. I'm really, really excited about it. It's going to be a good movie. Then on Saturday,
super dramatic.
The 50th anniversary episode, Day of the Doctor, premieres. It's super fucking excited. David Tennant's coming back. Matt Smith, John Hurt. Apparently, there's going to be another Doctor with the thing. That's John Hurt, but I think there's going to be another classic Doctor in the episode.
Oh,
and I'm excited. This last Tuesday,
have you seen the
Night of the Doctor? The
that was
McGann
bitchin'.
thing, which was really awesome.
That was sweet.
Paul fucking McGann. This last Tuesday, Edgar Wright's new movie, The World's End, was released on DVD. If you haven't seen this movie, fucking go do it. It's the third movie in the Cornetto trilogy. It's just hardcore sci-fi.
Blood and ice cream.
It's very, very funny. It's going into some big comics that got released today. Afterlife with Archie #2. Afterlife with Archie is a new Archie comic that is a zombie thriller in Riverdale. It's like the Jughead gets bitten at the beginning of the first issue and starts turning people into zombies. It's written by Robert Aguirre. I can't remember his entire name, but the art is by Francisco Francavilla. It's fucking hysterical. I got a chance to read a copy on Tuesday of #2, and it's very, very funny and deliciously gory. Like I think it's in #2. There's like a weird double page splash of Veronica getting disemboweled by Jughead and some of her zombified friends. It's very, very funny. X-Men Legacy #20 just got released. This is the best X-Men book you guys aren't reading. Avengers #23. It's the last Infinity tie-in going into Infinity #6, which should be coming out, I think, either next week or the week after. Avengers AI #6, another Avengers title that's all of the Avengers on this team are robots, and they're led by Hank Pym. It's really great. It reminds me a lot of Akira. Like they do a bunch of cool. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I keep saying it. No, I'm American.
Okay, so
I am American.
So when you say the impressionist painting, you say Monet.
What?
Monet.
That's different. That's so different.
No?
There's a pronunciation. Isn't there like a tilde?
No, there's not a tilde. Most of the times it's written in books. It's just spelled Monet.
But I know that's Monet. I'm not fucking talking about this. I'm not talking
because
about
he
this.
refuses to pronounce
Because
Akira
it's
right.
ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't fucking clap.
It's Akira.
How dare you?
It's Akira.
No, it's not. God damn it. I'm a red-blooded American man. I voted for a man named Barack Obama. I can say it however the fuck I want.
Wouldn't it be Obama?
Yes.
Hand raised. We have another.
When did we start taking questions?
When they started fucking offering them. Question.
Observation. When that movie came out before any of you fuckers were born, and I was by myself in the theater watching it because I knew what Japanimation was before anybody else did. It was Akira because that's how they said it 1,000 times.
Thank you.
In the American translation.
In the dubbing.
You cannot,
don't give a shit.
You cannot retcon an American pronunciation.
Oh God, the animals are loose. This is the best episode ever because they're just turning on us now. Oh my God. My last offering to the snake
Democratic
god.
National Convention all over again.
My last offering to the snake god.
Taste the chain, I told him.
Twilight Zone #1. J. Michael Straczynski is doing a reboot of Twilight Zone within comics. Once again, I got a chance to read this on Tuesday with some of the advanced reviews that I did. It's a very, very good, very, very true to the original Twilight Zone. I don't know, I lost my
canon?
Yeah, it's not. I just lost my train of thought.
Style?
I don't know. That was very off-putting.
Modus operandi?
Our guest was like blowing her shoe in the front row, and it was very off-putting to me.
It doesn't count. It's just the two.
Okay. And on that note,
You hear that, lawyers? I'm tired of these damn cases coming to my door. Just the tip.
God, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, technically she didn't say no because
my
there was a gag, but who cares?
God, all right. The theme of our episode this week is the folly of youth. Because let's face it, some of the things you loved as a kid
Are still
aren't good.
Pretty shitty.
They're not good. They're really shitty. And
some, not all.
This entire topic was spurned. It was brought to light during a conversation that I had with our guest tonight. She's an award-winning music teacher. She just opened her own studio.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It's an all-purpose dance.
You're a professional
improv.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
now.
she's got a bit of paper that says that she's legitimate. Everybody, please welcome to the stage Gitana Mims. I don't care. It's just however you can get in.
We're such gentlemen. Y'all
We
both
both got up. Oh,
My
God.
spot was a little bigger.
Hi, Gitana.
In
How
between
you
two
doing?
moderately sexy men.
No, don't do not put that voodoo on me.
Fair to Midland. We both look like we belong at a bus station right now.
I would let that fly.
Thanks, No Shave November.
Yeah,
Not just for dudes.
And that's the thing is like
I fully encourage my wife and any woman to not shave for a whole month.
just full bush November.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking. I'm talking legs, everything.
Look like
You want a French woman.
They look like a Lilith Fair attendee. Like we apologize to Lilith Fair.
I've been told on Tumblr that if I don't like women that dress and act like that, then I am a sexist and a rapist. I've been told that.
You just
Well,
don't
you
like.
could still be a rapist even if you don't think that.
Oh no!
way.
That turns. I think the judicial system of America has confirmed that I'm a fucking rapist.
Oh my God!
And 3 ladies sitting in here tonight.
Zero. 3.
Okay. The conversation that we had was about we were directing a play together, and it was a bunch of
epic success.
It was a bunch of kids. Yeah,
Sweeping.
You may have heard of it because it's a smash hit at Backdoor Theater. The Atlanta Sweet and Schultz just praised its name. I'm not bitter or anything, but we were talking about because
Wait, Atlanta Sweet and Schultz is still a thing?
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? She's never gonna die.
She's the authority when it comes to...
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Because
I
having
thought you
bad
had to have
grammar.
talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, having bad
Just bad
grammar,
grammar.
and
Just
she
bad grammar,
wrote
okay.
about plants before. But anyway, she was a garden reporter before
Yeah,
she started reading.
she was.
Because that's the same as a play.
Will but we were over
Thank
a
you,
bunch.
Roy.
We were over a bunch of kids. Basically, it was a bunch of teenagers.
Sexually.
And we.
You said you were over a bunch of kids.
Only one of us. Guess which one?
It was her.
Wow.
They never suspect the sweet-looking one.
We started talking about just films in general, and the film that we all got definitely started drawing lines
We
on.
got heated.
Space Jam.
I run hot.
It's film Space Jam.
It's an amazing movie, and I will slap any bitch that says it isn't.
Wow. Okay, but that's the thing. Like, what? I don't like, and
Love
like
that movie.
as a child, there's no. It's a home run. There's no way that it's not a bad movie.
Is that a pun? Because Michael played baseball.
No, I wish I was that clever.
I was about
Because
to
he
say,
never had
I was
a
about to say,
home run.
would you really put all your money on the lead actor being the guy who bought the Wizards?
Paid money, signed a check for the Washington.
This is gonna
Wizards.
be box office gold. Here you go,
And
MJ.
just like on paper, just try to think of being a fly on the wall when the guy comes in with that pitch. Like, he bursts into Warner Brothers. He's like, I got a hot ticket. It's going to be box office boffo.
Yep.
All right, son, sit down. What do you got? All right, Michael Jordan. You know everybody loves basketball, right? Michael Jordan.
At the top of his game.
Everybody loves basketball.
Yeah.
What- Everybody loves the Looney Tunes, right? Well, yeah, I mean,
Sure,
it's not,
I guess.
it's not 1946, but yes, everybody loves the Looney Tunes, I suppose. I mean, we like the Muppets a little bit better, but it's fine. Like the Looney Tunes. And then he's like, but wait, here's the thing. We put them both together.
Sold.
Stop
sold,
drilling.
send
You
it.
hit oil. I'm gonna write my name on a check. You put whatever number you want in that.
I'm gonna write a 1. You just stop me. I'm gonna keep writing zeros till you
Y'all
stop
are
me.
so blind to the truth.
Like, just
so fucking blind to the
give
truth.
me your defense
'Kay.
of Space Jam.
Opening sequence.
I
Let me
couldn't
set
even
it
say
up
it
for
out
you.
loud.
Let me set it up for you.
She's good.
It's a balmy night in Virginia. You're
You've already thought about it more than the screenwriter of Space Jam. Just because you added some sort of scene to it.
Balmy night.
little adorable black kid outside shooting hoops. It's midnight. It's 1 o'clock. Do we know? No. All right. His dad walks outside. Why don't you shoot till you miss, Michael? Okay, Dad. Doesn't miss. Doesn't miss. When I grow up, I'm gonna play in the NBA. Swish. When I grow up, I'm gonna play for a championships team. Swish. When I grow up, I'm gonna play baseball just like you, Dad. Kind of missed on that.
Whoa.
Hang
He
on,
did,
kid.
But as he's shooting this hoop, what is in the background? I believe I can fly. It's inspirational. It lifts you up right at the beginning, all right? Right at the beginning, you were soaring in the clouds, and you don't come down.
From Mr.
It's beautiful.
From Mr. I want to pee on your face, R. Kelly. From Mr. I'm going to pretend I'm a scarecrow in a field, R. Kelly.
Let's walk through the rest of Space Jam.
Yes.
Because I rewatched it recently.
Thank you, finally.
I did. I rewatched it recently.
I watched it on Sunday.
You're in the minority.
Not a good movie. Just like it opens up with that weird prologue. And then there's.
Oh, no. The montage. You get the montage of Michael starting in high school, college when he was at North Carolina, all the way up to the NBA, the fucking Olympics. It's just, you were in the clouds, now you're in the stratosphere, bitch. Like,
So far, I'm hearing a convincing argument for the movie about Michael Jordan. Not about the army of fucking animated creatures that kidnapped him and force him to play basketball
we just
against
watched-
animated aliens.
We just watched like a documentary about Michael Jordan, and we'll get the same effect of
Yeah,
Space
like,
Jam.
and they just dubbed in R. Kelly's "I Believe I Can Fly." But the fact that there's little aliens that drain the magical energy off of.
That's another point that I wanted to make. The plot of this movie revolves around a planet of assholes.
Just one asshole, Danny DeVito.
Whose boss is Danny DeVito.
You get fucking Danny DeVito.
A cigar chomping monster. Who then decides
True, that is typecast. Even though it's animated, that
to
is
bring
typecast.
entertainment to his shithole planet. They have to steal the Looney Tunes because everybody loves the Looney Tunes.
Who doesn't?
Because this is still the 40s.
You saw 30 different scripts.
Hey, it takes a long time for the radio signals to reach them. That shit's just brand new to them.
That's
the best thing. That's
so like
they've never seen the duck season, rabbit season shtick, so that's like fresh cream to them.
But when here is where the problem of this movie lies.
Problem or greatness?
When the monsters steal the power from the best NBA players of the time, which includes Muggsy Bogues.
I will.
All right,
Yeah.
Muggsy.
They
fucking amazing.
They had
But
to
you
have,
put him up against fucking Patrick Ewing, and just the contrast is fucking beautiful.
Was Scottie Pippen there too?
No, Scotty's older than that. Come on, get your
it was Al Ewing.
You
Patrick
talk like fucking
Muggsy
Muggsy Bogues is super young.
In '96, he was in his prime.
No, he was like 56.
That's like saying
90s.
Karl Malone, like dismissing Karl. No, Karl Malone wasn't in that piece of shit. Mailman would never do that.
They named their team the Monstars.
No, the monster. Yeah.
The Monstars.
It's play on words.
That's sort of Oscar Wilde-like wordplay. No wonder this movie was *1 at the box office. So then the Looney Tunes decide that they need a ringer. So they kidnap Michael Jordan in the middle of...
Who was he playing golf with when he was kidnapped? I ask you, sir.
Wasn't he playing golf with Bill Murray?
Bill Murray.
Yes, he fucking was.
And who was his agent?
Wayne Knight.
Newman
is his agent.
And the fact that Newman digs this big old goddamn hole. Mr. Jordan, if you can hear me, it's gold. It's gold.
Okay.
There are 15 minutes of that movie that are really great, and it's the 15 minutes that Bill Murray walks into frame, says something funny, walks out of frame. He was literally there a day.
I don't think he was actually cast. I think he was just hanging around.
They just caught him at the golf course.
Yeah.
They just caught him at the golf course.
Oh, someone filming? Let me say something.
Hey, Bill, you want to be in this movie? Just sign this release. Yeah, sure, I'll sign it.
So when was the last time you watched this movie?
Sunday.
Oh my god! Really?
I'm T-boing it right now.
So much so that I had to convince my 3 friends that were over that, hey, Space Jam's a great idea. I subliminally fed them Space Jam.
That should tell you
all
something.
night.
When you have to pitch to the people that you're hanging out with that you need to watch Space Jam, you don't need to watch Space Jam.
Don't you?
You really don't.
I was gonna say there's kind of a super huge hole. Oh, I guess because he was retired. But I was like, when they came down to the planet, why didn't they literally go to the greatest basketball player that ever lived? Why didn't they first snatch up Jordan?
He was playing baseball.
He was playing baseball.
It's airtight scripting like that.
The monsters didn't know about him because he was playing baseball at the time.
Stupid, that movie. And there's a part in the second act of that movie. Part of the refusal
Where
of the
was
call.
Was he filming Shazam?
Have you? Okay. Can we talk about that movie for a minute? Which may be the most racist movie ever filmed. That movie is hardcore racist.
I have not watched it since I saw it. The first time I saw it, and then I was like, I'll pass.
It's
and then
like
I never watched it again.
Shaq saw 20 minutes of the Disney Aladdin and was like, I want to do that. and then nowhere near as racist as Shazam. No, that is a drop in the bucket of racism compared to Shazam. But no, it's him. There's a scene in it where he rides on a giant big-wheeled bicycle made of gold while showering gold onto the kid from Last Action Hero. Because the kid from Last Action Hero is the kid in that movie.
But see, the reason why that movie is so crappy is because that was Disney's answer to Warner Brothers' Space Jam. Right? And I love that during the movie, during the movie,
that makes a lot of sense. I'm not
what?
saying
During the movie, they have
it's
so many Disney slams. It's just amazing.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's the Disney answer to the success that Space Jam had. I'm not saying that it's.
Someone's like, give me that movie.
I'm not saying that Disney saw an opportunity to make money, and like the money-hungry vampires that they are, jumped right on top of it and sucked the life force out of it.
Let's switch gears for a minute. When was the? Because I'm sure we'll fucking come back to this.
You'll dissect the hell out of this movie.
Gitana, when you have a conversation with Gitana, more often than not, 15 minutes into it, you're gonna be fucking talking about Space Jam. It's just a given. Like I've never met anybody that is willing to just wear that on their sleeves so proudly that they love Space Jam. The only thing that is really cool about Space Jam is that the original movie site is still up and live online right now, which is really cool. Like they got in like the ground floor of the internet. They didn't have to pay a fucking dime, and so they just have this crystallized site that showed you all the cool things of the 90s in one website. When was the first time that you realized a movie could be bad as a kid?
I actually wrote that down because I was like, as a child I would watch movies and they'd be like, oh, I don't want to watch this just because it's not holding my interest long enough. Mm-hmm. But I didn't be like, oh, this is a bad movie, I shouldn't watch this.
Mm-hmm. Because you have no concept of that as a kid. You're just entertaining.
The first movie that I watched, and I remembered, and it's super, it probably was before this, so I'm kind of I'm late shoehorning it. Mm-hmm. But Blues Brothers 2000.
Which is just the fucking shudder that went through the crowd as soon as you said that.
Because for anybody who doesn't know the history of it, John was dead. John been dead for years. Dan Aykroyd's lights got turned out, so he had to fucking do something. And so
I've got one can of Spam left. I gotta make a fucking picture.
He saw John Goodman at karaoke at the House of Blues and was like, signed, you're on. And they made this awful, awful movie. Side note, it has an amazing soundtrack.
It does.
Still has a rocking soundtrack.
Space Jam has a good soundtrack.
Space Jam has an excellent soundtrack.
I think that's why you think that movie is so good. Is because you realize that the soundtrack is so great.
No, it's enticing. It's enticing. I can see where it's enticing because it was late enough in the 90s that they got to do a lot of weird 90s references that children wouldn't get.
There's a Pulp Fiction
reference.
Yeah, there's a Pulp Fiction joke in it.
That's that's the one I remember. And I remember when I was a kid, back when the internet was first a thing, and you could back when I was a kid, I just looked up cartoons and shit instead of people fisting each other.
Sweetie, that's when you had the AOL keyword.
Yeah, AOL keyword.
Those fucking
AOL
discs.
keyword Nick.
I had a 3-inch floppy disk, and I would
Oregon Train.
No, I did have that too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But I would take it and I would just save a bunch of images on there. And one of those images was Elmer and Yosemite pulling out the guns a la Pulp Fiction. And just, I was like, because when I was a kid, I was like, that's funny. And then when I got older, I was like, that's super fucking, that movie's dark as shit. And you're just casually dropping it into the
This is way out of fucking left field. But do you remember that there was this weird, from 94 till about 96, there was this weird, rash of sweaters with Looney Tunes characters on them with, grills and shit? You could buy them at, flea markets and shit.
You used a past tense verb. That shit's still around. I work at a casino. I see this shit. No. Here's. I'll do you one better. And this was more. I'm not gonna say that was a minority clique,
Oh, it was.
But that was...
Was it really?
That was...
The fact that I was obsessed with Tweety Bird, and my very best friend, I told her, I was like, oh my god, I loved Tweety Bird so much when I was little. And she's like, wow, Gitana, that's the blackest thing you have ever said.
How?
Like, and then, I don't know, but apparently
I super
black
love
girls
Al
really,
Jolson.
I'm sorry if anyone's black that's listening to this, but, like, black girls love them some Tweety. It's because yellow looks so good against darker skin.
And fat white women. And fat white women.
And fat white women. But you know, black girls and fat white women tend to like the same thing.
Yeah, they're
It was
almost
just
identical.
Too short of shorts.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like.
They can't find...
Backpack person.
That's
They
such a
can't-
specific. That's such a. That's such a. That's.
They'll wear a fanny pack to Six
Good
Flags.
against your
Yes,
skin. Yeah.
that's such a
No,
specific,
okay,
like
here-
weird.
Probably
thing.
a Tweety bit.
Here's
Tweety
okay.
bit.
Here's
that they butt at Six Flags.
here's the white person. Here's the white person equivalent. Denim jean jacket with the whole
Yes,
Tweety Bird,
with
the
Yes.
whole
all of
region.
them on.
And it's bedazzled.
Yeah.
There's a guy that comes in that still has one and he wears it,
Oh shit.
and I'm like,
that is.
is the DeLorean outside? How the hell did you come here?
That is fucking like, and I remember seeing it at school and just being like, oh, I mean that's all right, cool. And then like as the older that I got, I was like, that's really fucking bizarre. I'm really
Because it was
glad
like
wasn't
Taz
just-
doing
yeah,
this.
and it was always like motherfuckers.
I
Like,
had
they were
gangster
all-
Tweety with a do-rag.
They were always wearing like jinkos.
Yeah.
And like
Name dropper.
They.
the wallet chains, the
Yeah,
too long
like,
of wallet
God
chains.
Damn it! Like it just like
Starter jackets when it got too cold. Drinking their Surge. Well, come on, we got more. We can.
we can keep going.
Or a Fruitopia.
But
Those are refreshingly
when
delicious.
was no? Just
Reading Animorphs.
Yes! Blammo!
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's home run. We got it out. We got it out, guys. We got it out of the park.
We ticked all the boxes. I've got something else though that, later on we should talk about in the Animorphs. But
thank
when was
God.
the first time? When was the first time that you realized that movies could be bad?
When I saw Aladdin King of Thieves.
Yeah.
Oh, the direct to video
Direct to video. I
sequel.
personally am not a huge sequel fan, especially Disney sequels.
They were all
I feel
shitty.
like you see
Disney
this wonderful
milks
great
the
movie,
fuck out
and
of
then you're like, oh, these are the leftovers. Like
Wait,
these are the
wait,
bits that didn't
you
make it
didn't
into
like,
the pie.
You didn't like Space Buddies?
or Super Buddies?
We are so not
Snow Buddies?
Fun
or
fact about
Nobody's
Gitana,
Two?
I hate any movie where animals are supposed to be talking, except Homeward Bound, because that is a
Wait,
fucking
wait, wait, wait.
classic.
Milo and Otis?
No, I don't.
No, in Milo
I don't
and
like
Otis?
it.
Milo
I
can
don't
be the
like
dick.
it.
What?
I'm
It's Dudley
I'm-
Moore.
I'm
He's both
super-
the cat and the pug.
Is that really an accomplishment in life? Like,
He was on stage to sold out crowds in Britain, and now he's voicing pugs. Somewhere America fucked him in the ass.
he was both spat on and shat on.
Yeah, it's just like
That
two signs of a horrible coin.
that brings up though the newest Disney movie Dinosaurs or whatever.
Walking with Dinosaurs.
Walking with Dinosaurs, and I was like, if you're gonna make a very rigidly realistic dinosaur movie, and then have them make fart jokes,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
stop.
Yeah.
It's like I'm afraid that was fear, and then the girl dinosaur backs up. She's like, I think I just stepped in some fear. Like all they need is Patton Oswalt going brrr to the side, and they've got. I don't know.
Yeah, I think direct to video sequels were the first thing as a kid. I
But
realized,
direct to
why
videos
doesn't-
weren't all bad. Like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, they really knew what the fuck they were doing. Okay, no, that is a lie. That is a lie.
Okay.
I really just wanted to get you.
Honestly, I was too much in shock. I was like, that can't be true, is it?
Damn it!
The only one I watched was the Christmas one when they were
Over
hijacked by
the river and through the woods.
Jerry Van Dyke. They were kidnapped by
Yeah.
Jerry Van Dyke and Rhea Perlman.
Like,
I saw that one.
There are bits of that movie you didn't see if that's who they got kidnapped.
No, that's an actual movie.
That's
People got up at dawn and boiled coffee and cut bagels.
No, that's-
so Rhea Perlman could
That's
have
not.
the
That's
fuel
not me. That's
to
not
act
me
in that
weaving a
movie.
fantastic tale. That movie exists on film. We can go down to Hastings and get it for 99 cents. I guarantee you.
Buy it for a song. But yeah, it's direct.
You own it?
Direct.
She's like, no. I just know what you're talking about.
God damn it.
I'm a snorter.
It happened. It happened. As it normally does for me. It happened in threes. I saw because I was around. Like, how old were you when you watched? Like when did it happen for you? When did you realize the movies could be bad?
Well, I mean, Brothers 2000 came out in '99, so I was 13.
12
or 13.
What about you?
I think I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
God, you got cynical quick, didn't you?
I'm a dark soul. I'm a dark soul.
Because it probably happened around like 12, 13, or 11, 12 for me because it happened in threes. It were 3 movies I was very, very excited about, and then I saw them back to back to back, and then realized I was like, oh, yeah, movies can be really shitty.
Awful.
The remake of Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton remake of Planet of the Apes, the reimagining of Godzilla, and then directly after that was Episode 1. Yeah.
Jesus.
And 3 movies that I was painfully excited about. I love I used to watch because they still do it, but on TCM they would have Planet of the Apes marathons. So I watched Planet of the Apes movies. I fucking loved them. I thought they were really good. I still am very obsessed with kaiju movies, and it was Star Wars. I just really
fell hard
for Star Wars.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
So you're. That's interesting because, like, my parents didn't, like, as soon as I was able to walk, like, pop in Star Wars and, like, you should watch this. But, like, I heard about it enough, and they kind of did the relaunch right before they did
the special editions.
They released the special editions. I had seen them before because my dad was like, oh, if you like movies, watch these. And I loved the first 2. Weirdly enough, as a child, I didn't like the third one.
No.
I would always pop in
because
Empire.
Everything was too goddamn happy.
Empire ended
horribly.
Empire is a hell of a way to send a fucking kid out into the world. Just like
chop your hand off.
Everything in that movie goes wrong.
Get the fuck out.
Nothing goes right for anyone in that movie. Like he's losing hands. Han gets frozen in carbon. I love you. I know. And then everyone's fucking losing. The end of that movie is everyone lost.
Yep.
They're just staring out at their broken fleet. And I'm just like, Jesus, what the fuck are they going to do next? And then, like, bears. Like, cuddly little bears. Slingshotting people. And I'm like, this is
Warwick Davis in a fur coat.
Right for teddy bears.
Oh, you had to wait.
I'm the 13-year-old watching Return of the Jedi going, you gotta be kidding me.
God, I'd be so pissed off.
Because
episode 1 was kind of my kick in the dick. Because like I felt kind of cynical about Planet of the Apes and Godzilla. I was like, man, those were really shitty movies, right? Like,
I want to be the guy who like saves humanity by going back in time and just whispering into George Lucas's ear, be like, don't make them little bears, make them lizard people.
Yes!
Instantly change the whole movie because people will be like, fucking lizard people! And I'm not talking like iguana, I'm talking like Flash Gordon lizard people.
Yes!
A little tighter, but
Jesus!
No eyes in the mouth, but like fully walking, like not.
Oh my God!
Like
that would be so
like Johnny Quest.
Yes.
Johnny Quest Frogman. Just fill the planet with Johnny Quest Frogman.
Holy shit!
And you'll instantly break all the box office numbers.
But no, like I saw Planet of the Apes, and I saw Godzilla, and I was like, wow. I mean, like I just didn't know that you could make bad movies. I thought that because I was also the kid that every week watched Howard the Duck. I loved Howard the Duck. I thought that was an incredible movie. That was my spectrum. It was like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
That was your bar.
It was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Empire Strikes Back, and Howard the Duck. Oh, and Buckaroo Banzai. I watched Buckaroo Banzai. And that
Dr.
was...
Lizardo.
See, mine was like Dirty Dancing, Ghost, Jurassic Park, and like Gorillas in the Mist.
Jurassic Park.
That was a whole summer.
Gorillas in the Mist? Coming from left fucking field with Gorillas in the Mist.
My mom would just like leave VHS strewn around.
I love 4 movies. I love Cocoon, Short Circuit, Baby's Day Out, and Twins. Throwing darts at a...
When he lifts that BMW, you don't tell me you start weeping because it's that funny. No, I don't. We're brothers. Classic.
Kindergarten Cop. Let's also throw that.
Kindergarten. Wow, really?
It's not a tumor.
That's what. Oh my God, no.
It's not a tumor.
I always thought of myself as a kid. I was the asshole that liked, because there's a Burt Reynolds version of Kindergarten Cop.
Cop and a half?
Cop and a half. And it's Burt Reynolds hanging out with a little black kid, and it's the best.
That kid took a mustache ride. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
But no, I'm sitting in the theater. I'm about to watch episode 1, and I'm like, come on, it's Star Wars.
You gotta give me this.
Star Wars. I'm like, it's great.
That's what everybody said when they sat down in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Come on, make this one. Make this one good, and then it's like
20 minutes of even Steven fucking swinging on vines.
Hey, he's gonna be in that hardcore porn that.
Yeah, the new Lars von Trier
Lars
movie.
von Trier is going to film him getting blown.
I'm sitting in this fucking
right
movie theater,
yeah.
and I'm watching this movie, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting a lesson on trade agreements for the first 45 minutes of this movie, and it's like, that Gungan thing is really making me feel uncomfortable, and I'm looking at all the black people in here, and they are not digging it. That movie maligns a lot of races, because like when they go to Tatooine, and Watto is like the Jewiest McJew character.
Got a huge nose.
And he's like, what the end for me? And it's like, oh god damn it. And like, can you imagine being Liam Neeson and getting those script pages and going like, all right, there's the tennis balls over here. Well, what does he sound like? He sounds like what's the guy that you saw, the Jew actor that you saw at hang on, this is
Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, it's like he sounds like
easily could have also been Shia LaBeouf.
it sounds like Judd Hirsch with wings. Okay, check's already cleared.
So wait, let me check.
I'm walking out of that movie. I'm walking out of that movie going like, wow, like really, George Lucas doesn't like me as a person, does he? And he really is uncomfortable with everyone that isn't white, right? Like he just really. So that started my cynicism, I think, with movies.
Well, to argue against the whole, he hates all people that are white, that aren't white. The perfect kind of clone was a mulatto.
Yeah, but still, come
on.
The
army of soldiers that he's going to make is like a
very smooth.
He looks
black guy,
Arabian. Like he looks.
It's still not great.
I'm not arguing. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying that. I mean, he took the one guy that was like the most badass motherfucker in the universe, cloned a shitload of him, and you would double check his baggage before he got on.
Excuse me, Mr.
Because
Fetzer,
you know he's not going to fuck around. Like, you know he's going to get shit done.
You've been selected for random screening. I'm going to need you to step over.
It's like him and his little kid just like, okay, let's, god damn it. That took some turns, and I love it. What shows did you watch on Nick? What Nick shows were you fans of?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay. I actually wrote this down because I was like, I don't have a lot of shit to, because like, I mean, a lot of this stuff that I grew up watching, I've kind of gone back and rewatched, and 90% of it still holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
a lot of it's really good.
Wait. The one that didn't hold up, and I wrote it down. Beetlejuice the animated series.
That makes me so sad.
It wasn't good. The Beetlejuice animated series.
When I was a kid, I was like, "This is amazing!" And when I got older, I was like, "Holy shit! They've got the whole season on sale." Bought it, got it home. I was like, "Oh my god! They took the same 4 jokes and stretched it for like 2 seasons."
It's actually 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they stretched.
They don't know that they buried a bunch of them in Las Mesas.
Yeah. Where the Ark of the Covenant is, there's just right next to it is a box
studied by top men
of
top men.
There's like all the lost seasons of Beetlejuice.
But no, I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark. Are You Afraid of the Dark was the first show that I ever had. I had a visceral reaction to its cancellation. Because I then wrote, I had
a letter.
I had a computer. I did fucking one better.
Dear Mr. Nickelodeon.
Dear Sir or Madam Nickelodeon. No, I had a computer.
Get the gack out of your ears.
slime
and
you.
listen to hear what I'm about to say. I double dare you.
I had a computer at the time. I wrote a pilot for a reboot, a sequel series to Are You Afraid of the Dark. That was the most horrifying thing that anyone could ever read.
Was it Lovecraftian?
Yes.
Of course
yeah,
it was.
It was based on
How
The
could I
Outsider
miss?
by H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh.
And it opened with you remember the guy that had the glasses in the original series?
Oh yeah, the guy with the glass. Oh, in the circle.
In the
He
circle,
was a
yeah,
kid.
yeah, he was
Okay.
a kid. He had the glasses. He was always the guy that was like that. He was like their Vincent Price. He was always the guy that was like, in tonight's tale we have this. He would always be the guy that set it up. I had that guy being the murderer of all of the other kids.
Oh.
It opens with him standing over the
I wonder
dead
why they didn't pick
bodies.
this up.
Dude, that's too dark. You can't jump off that dark with Nickelodeon.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you have
I
to
did.
ease your
I was
way
angry,
into it.
and I left it all on the page.
Maybe pitch it to sci-fi. Maybe sci-fi will bite.
And I remember
Sharknado people might bite it.
I
But I don't think Rocco's Modern Life people are going to bite.
Rocco's one. That was another
That
cartoon
held-
that I was.
that shit
I was
held
wild.
water.
Angry Beavers?
Angry Beavers. I was really obsessed
And
with. too.
Cat Dog really confused me. Like, I didn't like it because I
Cat
was at
Dog
the point where I started thinking about anatomy.
You overthought it. You overthought it.
I'm the 10-year-old who's like, well, where is this ending? Where is this ending?
Maybe they had a sphincter right in the middle.
Like, is it the episode of
That's
South
even
Park?
more horrifying. If he had a sphincter in the middle, that'd be the most terrifying.
Like his
thing.
belly button shit comes out of their belly.
That would be terrifying.
Well, would you rather have it come out of your mouth?
So is that like getting it in the basement door? Like, what is that? Like,
Oh, when somebody plugs them? Yeah.
plug in the drain? Like,
Yeah, there we go. You just answered your own question.
We are on so many fucking watch lists as soon as this episode goes live. Holy shit! People are gonna be pounding on our doors. You know what?
I like the fact that you think a lot of people are going to be
A lot of people are going to listen to this, yeah. It's
going to spread to the internet like
I did
wildfire.
love all of their game shows, though. I did really like.
Legends of the Hidden
Legends
Temple
of the
was
Temple.
the best.
I have a fundamental beef with that fucking show.
The molesters in the temple.
Yes!
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Yeah, I feel
That
like
was-
they specifically hired pedophiles for that. Like, they got on the fucking list. They're like, oh yeah, Harry Truman.
They
Or
went
like,
to FamilyWatchdog.com and was like, we've got this many red dots around us, just grab 4 of them.
And
No,
that show.
the questions on that show, because I watched a full episode of it
Yeah.
a year ago, and I watched a full episode, and they're asking, during Margaret Thatcher's first 4 years as Prime Minister, who was her primary advisor as far as political matters? So it's like,
okay. What issues with that? Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister, advisor.
That
These
show
are
was
7-year-olds.
No, that show
Exactly.
was impossible to win. And
Yeah,
even
they
if you
set you
did
up for
win
failure.
it, even
You
if you
got
did win
molested.
it, you got a fucking bike. Like the grand
You just
grand
ran
prize.
for your life.
Yeah, you got like 3 fingers put inside you, trying to build a
Minimum.
goddamn idol, and they're like, "Hey, kiddo, here's a bike and some sports bottles." Just like, fucking thanks. I have 1,000 years worth of therapy to go through now.
But see, it's really like a metaphor for our lives as 90s children. I feel like because of the generation, we were just set up for failure from the beginning. That show taught you just don't expect to win. And when you do, it's a pleasant surprise with a bike. Like, just don't expect to win.
work the hardest you've ever worked in your life, and you may
Get a
You
bike.
may escape a fingering, probably won't.
get a dirt bike.
You may get a shitball bike.
It's a racing bike, so you're not going to be able to use it every day.
That shit was a huffy. Like, you get on it, the front wheel falls off.
Yeah, there's like no gear. If there is a gear, it's like just 3.
It's just a prop bike. Like, it's cardboard.
What was, this is another just random question that I wrote down. What was a show that like you as a kid, you thought that you were so fucking cool and edgy by watching?
Oh, we have a hand up.
Oh.
What? God damn it! What?
We're taking them.
What's that?
Yeah, that was Walker, Texas Ranger.
You know, the eyes of a ranger are upon you.
When you are in Texas, you fucking look behind you. Guaranteed, anyone that drives to Amarillo from here, that long ass fucking road, you look in your rearview mirror like you're gonna see the eyes of fucking Texas.
God damn it, Walker, Texas Ranger.
You can't do that on television.
Yeah, you can't do that on television. Was really good. What about you?
What show did I feel like I was cutting edge?
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good one.
I didn't really I'm trying to think right now, because all the shows that I watched. I mean, I was the kid that watched Rocko's Modern Life and got the Psycho reference.
Mm. Yeah, when they did the
I
Shining.
mean, it was pretty.
When they did the Shining
it
episode.
was pretty basic. No, that whole episode was dedicated to the Shining.
Shining, yeah.
They had one where Rocco and Heifer stop at a at a hotel, and it's like
a little weird.
It's literally called like the Bates Motel. They just spell it differently, or it's just the hotel, but it's the hotel, and it's got a house up on the hill, and the guide's checking him in, and all of a sudden he hears something. He's like, "Coming, mother!" And he puts on a wig and a dress, and he holds up a dress, and he runs up. Side note, the makers of that had to they were censored on that episode because when Rocco and Heifer are sleeping they're in one bed, you just see the outside.
And Heifer was penetrating Rocco.
No, somebody was fucking somebody in the other room.
Jokes.
You heard springs going, and Heifer was Rocco was like, "What's that?" And Heifer's like, "Oh, I guess they're jumping on the bed." They had to cut out that joke because Nickelodeon was like, no, we let you fly with a lot of shit. That ain't going.
The milking thing where they milked his junk.
Yeah,
udders.
Yeah, they milked his udders.
What of all the words that you had to choose, you chose junk.
There's enough words for it.
Ding dong, wang.
Junk.
John Thomas. What about Gitana? What about you? What was one that you?
You're gonna laugh. This is the show that legitimately spurred a real fear that I was going to be abducted by aliens. Unsolved Mysteries.
I was just
God damn
because it
Robert,
came on at midnight, and I'm like, "Ooh, look at me!"
Yeah.
Robert Stack's voice.
Yeah.
Robert Stack's voice just talking about the beginning of a woman's day, like before she gets kidnapped.
Yes!
It's like, on 8/15, 1965.
Shit's gonna
Already,
happen.
Melissa Caldwell left her San Antonio apartment, and it's like, we gotta turn on
She
some lights.
left her apartment?
Turn on some lights, goddammit! I was scared shitless just by him talking. It's like, if you have any information. I was like, okay, I'll call it. If I got any information, I'm gonna call.
I'll do it. Then don't.
Stop talking to me.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast was mine.
Yeah.
I used to watch the fuck out of Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, I didn't really get half of the jokes but I still thought it was so funny.
And you had an aneurysm every time the credits started?
Jesus Christ. But no,
because I watched it in a pitch black room.
So funny. Did C-Lab start coming on after that?
It was a while.
Was it a bit after that?
It was because Space Ghost Coast to Coast came on in 95.
Yeah.
It was super early, and then Adult Swim started in 99.
Yeah.
And I remember because I watched it and they had it on super late there. Home movies. I remember watching home movies and feeling like I was on the cutting edge.
Home movies, Cartoon Planet, Space Ghost, and I used to watch Mystery Science Theater.
Harvey Birdman.
But I don't really feel like that was me being edgy. I just thought it was. I thought it was so funny.
Tales of the Crypt.
It was so. God damn it, Tales from
I didn't
the
have
Crypt.
HBO.
Which came on after Walker,
Tales
Texas
from the
Ranger.
Crypt. I really like Tales from the Crypt. There's a movie though that I always have to defend. I don't understand why I have to defend this movie. The Monster Squad. Has anybody seen the Monster Squad?
Yeah.
Monster Squad's fucking amazing.
It is.
I'll give you the elevator pitch. Bunch of asshole kids versus the Universal Classic Monsters. Done. Stop drilling, you hit oil. It's an amazing movie, and people constantly give me shit for that movie, and I don't understand why.
No.
The movie's great.
I caught a lot of shit for liking Popeye. Robert Altman's Popeye.
I like that one.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't have any
It's a fucking classic, and I argue with the people that are like, that movie's shitty. I was like, you don't get what Robert Altman was trying to do you?
Yeah, he was doing Thimble Theater.
He was doing the old Popeye cartoons, the ones that aren't super funny. They're just super weird. Mm-hmm. The whole group of Sweet Haven is there, and it's just all of them interacting weirdly with each other. And the fact that all of the music,
Who played Olive Oil in that?
Shelley Long,
Shelley
Shelley
Thank you.
Duvall.
Yes.
Shelley Duvall,
yeah,
yeah.
Shelley Duvall.
Because
And
she's
I had-
the only one skeletal
I-
and weird enough
I
to
had-
play Olive Oil.
I watched that
Like
movie.
such a weird, like
Yeah.
she looks like a Japanese ghost. Like
I watched that movie the other day, and it had one of the most endearing and sweetest things that I've ever seen in a movie.
Popeye.
In Popeye, because it's her and Popeye are talking to each other, and I forget what he's trying to tell her, but they're literally going back and forth, but you're not listening to their words because they're literally getting this close to each other as they're talking, and she just gets closer and closer, and she's talking like Olive Oil perfectly.
Yeah.
She does an amazing job, and she's just getting closer and closer and closer, and she's like, isn't that right? And then she quickly, just real quickly pecks him on the face, and then walks away. And I was like, that
you
is
do it.
adorable.
She says Fooey.
Yeah.
It's the Fooey scene.
But no, like there's
Just her, super adorable.
that's I don't know where we fucking go from
And
here.
Harry
Okay.
Harry Nilsson
yeah.
wrote all the music.
Harry
for that.
Nilsson did
Did
all
he
the music.
really?
Yeah.
Wrote
Fuck
and
yes.
and he died like 6 months after
Yeah,
that.
like very very.
He
soon.
did the
That
song.
wasn't Popeye
Is there any other movies that you have to defend
No,
other
It
than
wasn't
Space
Popeye
Jam?
related.
You hate
No,
every
he
movie I
died.
like.
He died of a heart attack.
No, like I'm not saying to pitch it to me. Like, is there anything else that other than Space Jam that you feel that you have to knuckle up for sometimes?
I don't. I have. Because I watched a lot of movies, but I don't want to sound like a shit ass. I just watch good movies. I don't want to sound like I only watch.
I've
good
drank a lot of wine, but I only drank one.
No, because I was sitting there. I was like thinking about it for the last
95
couple.
oh, that's piss. That's piss water.
I was thinking about it, and I was like,
You sound shallow and pedantic right
I didn't know what to think of. I'll reverse that because I listened to a lot of music. So there's a lot of music that I was like, yeah, and I was like, I got older. I was like,
Like what?
nobody. Okay, I've got a list.
Oh, please. Please.
Don't fucking judge me. Aerosmith,
Yeah, no.
Just in
ZZ
general.
Top,
What?
Oh wait, can we sidebar real
Creed.
quick? My best idea for a Halloween costume is ZZ Top Gun. Like I just want to go in a fighter pilot jumpsuit with a long ass beard, like ZZ Top Gun.
That's fucking.
I like
that's
it.
gold.
Done.
That's really good.
No, internet fiends. She called it.
Yeah, that's trademarked. ZZ Top Gun.
You need to carry your jet.
Yeah, carry a jet and just.
Spin the jet.
God damn it, that's funny. So what's your music before we get into questions? Because we actually have a bunch of questions.
Okay, I'll try to get one that's deserving of our grandeur.
Wait, are you not going to do your list? I thought you had a list of.
Oh, I thought you meant the music for the sequence into the thing.
No.
Oh no, I said
I don't
them.
know.
Real crack-a-jack
Aerosmith.
organization.
Yeah, we're at
Aerosmith,
Damn fucking chords.
ZZ Top,
Yeah.
Creed.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
I
No,
am judging.
Shut up.
you.
Their
Okay.
first album was amazing.
No,
See,
it
that's
wasn't.
just- okay.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was
Okay,
not.
wait.
That album was amazing.
That's like saying Hitler's first Holocaust camp wasn't that bad. Like the first
There was
concentration camp wasn't that bad.
So they pushed the counselor out into the middle of the lake on his own boat, on his own bed. I mean, they got it better with the second one. No, they
God
they
damn
did whatchamacallit, Southern Rock.
Yeah.
Because my dad bought, or like somebody bought me that like Going South CD,
Yeah.
and I was like,
the
all
Time
these,
Life, the Time Life thing.
all these. No, it wasn't even Time Life. Time Life respects themselves more than just to do that.
Okay, we're
Best of
gonna
the
we're
60s.
coming into the midnight hour now, so we're gonna get into our questions. We actually have a bunch of questions this time, and I'm really excited about it. We are gonna do because we actually have 3 of them. We all have a chance to do Larry King game.
Oh Christ!
For those of you who don't remember what the Larry King game is, you
Everybody here because nobody was here last time.
Heather was here.
You like when Larry King would come out of an interview, he would say the name of the interviewee and what they were promoting. He would then do some random fucking non sequitur in between that and him taking a call. So when you do the Larry King game, you become Larry King going into a question. We have 3. So are we going to do just down the line? Do you want to start? Do I want to start? How do we want
I
to
kind of
do
want to
this?
do it first, just so I don't have to
You
do
go
it.
first.
Just do you
Just
want to
get it out of
do
the
you want to
way.
do it first and then I do it?
I'll do the Larry King bit, and then I'll ask the question, or I'll set up the question, then you ask.
Okay. So here we go.
That was Burt Bacharach plugging his new album, Why Aren't I Dead? Jeremy from Minnesota, you're on the line. What have we got?
Well, you didn't give a non sequitur. You have to give the
Oh, the non sequitur.
That's
Yeah,
the whole
that's
bit.
right. Okay.
I mean, the Burt Bacharach album name
Burt
is really
Bacharach,
funny,
okay.
but there has to be the bit in the middle.
Okay, let's see here. Burt Bacharach here, plugging his newest album, Calling It Quits. You know, I remember when I tried to quit alcohol once. Boy, did that not end well. I remember one time I was standing on a stage, exposing my genitalia. Got a Tony. Jeremy from Sarasota Falls has a question.
Oh my fucking god.
This came to our Twitter. At Army of Morgue asks,
Shit.
Do you like the show Almost Human, and what do you think Kevin Smith thinks of it? I'm going to take the second part first, Alex. I can guarantee that he doesn't like it, or if he does like it, he's super fucking high in his trailer saying, this show could use 1,000% more me. Just from Almost Human is a really good show.
I've not caught it.
It's really good.
I've heard.
I watched the pilot the other day. It's just Carl Urban grumping around with a robot, solving future crimes. It's great. On paper, it's a perfect TV show. It's just Carl Urban's twisted, grumpy face.
He's a sexy black
Hanging
robot.
out with a sexy
I
black
thought you were
robot.
talking about Carl Urban. I was like, Carl Urban's not a sexy
Carl,
black
I know
robot.
for a fact that Carl Urban
I'm pretty
is not
sure.
a sexy black robot.
Jimena
No.
Hansu, maybe.
I'm sure Kevin Smith would like the show if there was 1,000% more him in the middle of the show.
1,000 more % black sexy robot.
There's 3 black sexy robots. Yeah.
That makes everything better.
Do you
It's
want
just
to?
the
Do you
guy.
want to? Jatana, do you want to take the next Larry King, or do you want me to do it?
You do it.
You're wearing Larry King glasses, so I feel like
I
that
am.
will at least help you out.
Hunch over.
just a little bit.
Let me do
with-
the last one. I
do
gotta
the
get
last
into
one?
my,
All right.
my space.
This guy actually set us up with a state that he's calling in from, which
Awesome.
which does a lot of the legwork for us.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Hang on.
Just gotta get in the zone.
It's David E. Kelly, writer of Boston Legal, and promoting his new show starring Robin Williams, The Crazy Ones, on CBS, 8 a.m. p.m. Starting this. What did I say? Monday. Starting this Monday. I remember when me and Robin Williams used to hang out. We once did 4 rails of uncut heroin in the Viper Room and punched out a cop. Some of the best days I've ever had. I went home, looked at my wife, and said, "How did I get here?" That's a line from a Talking Heads song. Brandon from Wyoming.
Why?
Brandon from Wyoming writes, "Am I the only one that thinks the brave little toaster is now creepy and unsatisfying?"
No, you are not.
Sent from my iPhone. That's a bit actually in the. It's been a very long time since I've seen the brave little toaster.
I watched
It
that.
is. It is fucking creepy. There are very real moments when you're like, what the.
Why was this made for children?
Yeah, like what is the thing that with the
Now was Brave Little Toaster? Is that a Don Bluth movie? Because I feel like a lot of those Don Bluth movies, like Rockadoodle and
Rockadoodle also
and
terrifying.
All Dogs Go to Heaven, were fucking scary.
Yeah.
Like the
All Dogs
opening,
Go
All
to
Dogs
Heaven.
Go to Heaven, especially.
the opening of Rockadoodle is fucking. Hey, Fly Dancer, hang on, just a second. We're almost finished, buddy. The opening of Rockadoodle is fucking horrifying because it opens. It opens with the flood, and there's like just it's terrible. It's terrible. But I don't have any opinion on Brave Little Toaster because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
It's severely fucked up.
Is it really?
Like I watched. Like I said, it was on Netflix, and I was like, "Hey, let's watch it with Avery." And I was like, "Nope."
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
Okay, we
Pulling
have
the
our
plug.
last question. Do you want to take Larry King?
Let me try.
You want to take Larry King? All right.
That
you
was-
gotta get into
There
it.
are no losers in there.
Yeah.
That was Celine Dion. She's dropping her new album. Hey, I'm still here. Dropped some acid last night, and I have to say, wasn't completely awful. Long pause. Adjust my suspenders. Wayne from Illinois, you're on.
Wait. I want to say, do you know the perfect source for a lot of fucking non sequiturs for Larry King?
Mm-mm.
Any of the Norm Macdonald doing Larry King?
On SNL?
On SNL, because he's like, fire still numero uno in the pain department. And then he would switch cameras. It's like, Germans love David Hasselhoff. And then he just went back and forth doing non sequiturs. It was still weird. I thought they were like, what? Because Norm Macdonald can't do a lot of impressions. And they're like, well, you can do Larry King. What can you make? Can we bring people on? He's like, no, I don't want people on there. Well, what are you going to do? I'm just going to do non sequiturs for...
Just give me 2 cameras
5 minutes.
and a swivel chair.
I'm just going to do 5 minutes of him doing non sequiturs. Lauren? Thumbs up. All right, fucking go.
All right. Mark Finn asked, who is in our audience tonight, which is very nice. If there's an inherent bias that covers anything you watch as a child, is there a cutoff point for things that fall beyond that time frame? For examples, can you view objectively, for example, cartoons from the 1970s, given that your experience fall outside of that time frame, or is that you hone a genuine critical eye by being able to appreciate things in context, including your own childhood darlings? This may be more than you want to tackle. Feel free to make this into your own question. I think it's a really good question.
No, and that's what I kind of thought about when we were talking about this. I was like, you think all this shit is awesome when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when, like all the cartoons I don't want to age him, but all the cartoons you grew up with.
It's all right, I'm 104 years old.
He's 104 years old.
Doesn't look a day over 92.
Frank Sinatra told me. But no, we watched, because I watched Wizards the other day. The Ralph Bakshi movie, Wizards. And
it's nuts.
I didn't like it.
Right.
Because my expectation of it, because my dad had talked about it, and he said that he had eaten shrooms and gone to see Wizards. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and he was like, it was an amazing movie. And I was like, okay.
Probably because the shrooms were amazing, really.
I don't know
but
if he remembers
and the first 30, 40 minutes of that are almost like limited to no animation. Like it's just a picture, and then a woman talking, another picture, a woman talking, another picture, and a woman talking, and then the animation is sort of the one that kind of Ralph Bakshi kind of heralded. He was the driving force behind the animation, where he would literally film something and then go back over and then color it in, and it was horrifying because he took shit from the Third Reich. He took.
It's nuts. It's an insane movie.
It's an insane movie. And I was like, if I ever get enough money, I'm going to remake this. And I'm going to be hated by nerds all over the world. But I'm going to make what I saw in my head when my dad told me about it, and I read the back cover. I was like, because in my head, I played out the most psychotic, like heavy metal, but super like Middle Earth, and it's just like people riding on the backs of horses that they're like the camels have cannons grafted onto their backs like it's one flesh, and they're just like, that's what I envisioned. And then you see this and you're like, what? And the fact that the main savior wizard is called Avatar kind of throws a whole monkey wrench in the thing, because the whole time I kept thinking of that goddamn abortion, and I was like, don't stop. I don't want to see blue cat people in this fucking thing. Stop.
But no, I think definitely there's you hold up the things that you watched as a child definitely to a higher standard than you do, because like I know in my heart of hearts that Goonies isn't that great of a movie. Like it's structurally, it's all over the place, but still, like
But
it's a
Goonies.
it's a fucking great
Yeah.
movie because it's the Goonies.
I didn't
Like,
fucking watch it when I was a kid. Tried watching it when I was an adult. Got 5 minutes into it. I was like, nope.
Yeah, it's a
Cancel.
mess. It's a mess. It really is.
Well,
but
they're
it's
just
still,
like running
kid
through the
pulling shit off
restaurant
his
like
chest, I
17
was like,
different
done.
times.
it's still.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still the Goonies. Like,
But
it's still
see,
something
like-
that you love and
like,
adore.
see, there's-
No, the only people our age, the only thing they like about it is, hey, you guys! Like, that you ask, like, 50% of the people that watch Goonies as a kid, that's all they remember.
That or Short Round. The fact that Short Round's in it.
See, because I don't ever have to defend it, but like one of the movies that I super hold dear to my heart is the Rankin Bass Hobbit,
yeah, which is incredible.
which is good, and like I watch it and I'm like, I could poke holes in this probably. I could poke a lot of holes in this, but I was like, I fucking love it, so I'm not gonna sit here and poke it with a stick and be like, you should be dead by now.
All right, guys. Gitana, thank you very much for being on the show
Thank you for
tonight.
having
We
me.
One of the most
appreciate it.
liveliest
This is-
shows
yeah,
I've
this
ever
is hands down our favorite episode. You can check us out at Alan Moore's Porch on Twitter. We have a YouTube channel where you can subscribe, like, comment, watch all of our old episodes, including this one, which should be up in the next couple of days. Just go to YouTube and search Alan Moore's Porch. For Gitana Mims, my co-host Rocky Turner, I'm Justin Partridge. Thank you guys so much for being in our crowd. We really appreciate it. Good night and good luck. You guys are just all gonna